All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up your elegant business model. So the way I like to explain this concept is with the analogy of your $1,000,000 engine. So there's engine versus fuel, and a lot of coaches, authors, experts, service providers, there's a big focus on lead generation, which is the gas. How do I get more traffic? That's why the Facebook ads courses sell so well. So if you look at the way to look at it, the way that I like to look at it is like the engine and vehicle, that's your business. That's your business model. That's what is your offers? What are your price points? And how long does it take? How do you deliver that value? And then you got the fuel, which is the Facebook ads, all the stuff that's going to fill that engine, right? What a lot of people do is they show up to the gas station with sort of a business model that looks like this. So their offer is, maybe one-on-one coaching for like $200 an hour. And no matter how much traffic you get to that, or maybe that their offer is just a very vague offer, right? So no matter how much traffic you get to that, the business is not going to go very fast. Like if you're selling something for $200, you're going to be in trouble. You could pour a lot of gasoline into that go-kart, but it's just not going to go fast. So that's how most experts, coaches, consultants, service providers, they have sort of a business model, and it looks like that. It looks like like a mini cart. So it looks like a golf cart. So with that said, what I'm going to show you how to do is how to get it to look like that over there on the right. I believe that's a Ferrari. So how to, I'm not into fancy cars, but how to, we know if we put gas into that, it's going to go much faster than that, than the cart on the left. So how do we do that, right? So really what we want to do is a great business, a great expert's business should optimize for all three of these. And I call these the big three. So it's income, lifestyle, and contribution. And if any of these are out of order, what's going to happen is you're going to sabotage the business, and it's not going to go as fast as it should be going. Because if you know that you're contributing, if you're not chained to your business, and if you're making great income, right, we're hitting that sweet spot. Your car is going to move like the Ferrari. It's going to move like the Lamborghini. So the more the more traffic you put into it, just the faster it's going to go. So, and also, a lot of people, when they try to monetize their expertise, they have a real scattered approach versus a very focused approach. So, if you ever go to, events, right, you'll realize they're doing one-on-one coaching. They got their info products. They're working on their book. They're looking to set up a retreat. They're doing Snapchat. They're on YouTube. They're doing all these different sort of things, and it's really, they are all over the place. They're running around, like a busy fool, trying to do all these things. And the problem is they don't have an elegant business model. So to build an elegant business model, we need to build a product funnel. And for an expert, a coach, a consultant, a service provider, this is the product funnel that I recommend. So, and this might be a mindset shift for a lot of you guys. So we have marketing, which is sort of that level one, right? We have the core offer, and we have the back end. So the marketing, right? That is the free and the cheap stuff. So anything less than $1,000, I consider that cheap. And you should get that mindset as well. So if it's less than $1,000, it's just marketing. And that's to get it to your core offer, because your core offer is going to be where you help them actually get a result. So the core offer is going to be your, which I don't recommend, but your one-on-one consulting maybe to start, your done for you services. When I started, my core offer was the $3,000 copywriting. I'd help people with launches. It could be your done for you stuff, your premium online programs, your group coaching program, or even your lower end $1,000, $2,000 home study course. But you really need that higher price point if you want to build. It's very, first off, you need something over $1,000 to be able to even to afford traffic. If you look at how much traffic costs out there, you need a card, you need an engine to make it work. So you really need that core offer above $1,000. So when you get a yes, it's above $1,000. and also really if you want to hire employees or just, make some more money, it's much easier when the core offer is over $1,000. So that, and then you got your back end. So really you got your marketing, which is your free and cheap. That's your short stuff. That's your info products. That's your $7 products. That's your $297 video course. All of that is really just the mindset is to generate a lead to then sell them your core offer, which your core offer is going to be your done for you stuff, your premium online programs, your group coaching programs, your one-on-one stuff. And that's anywhere from $1,000 to really $10,000. And that's like, your 6 to 8, 12 weeks, that's really the time frame you're looking at that for the core offer. It could be up to 6 months. But that is really, and you want something priced in that range. Maybe if you're really scared, you could go down to 500, but I would recommend starting at 1,000 and sort of offering more value, maybe doing done for you in the very beginning and then transitioning out of that. Then of course we have the back end, which that's your $5,000 to $50,000 program. Again, this is really, when you have a funnel like this, you could start to hit, the $1 million a year, 6-figure stuff really easy. Not easy, but really simply. So, that's, your 3 to 6 to 12 month. It could be one-on-one. It could be, a mastermind, could be a group coaching program, all that kind of stuff. So the bottom line is this: as you give them more value, the price goes up. So I know Russell Brunson calls this, I think he calls it the value ladder, but it's really, the ebook, the book, that kind of stuff is, it's relatively low value, because they're not getting the access to support. Information is basically becoming a commodity because there's so much out of it. So that's the product funnel. We want to start to line your stuff up into a product funnel, and really just sort of as a reference, there's 4 categories of products. So I'm going to speak about this. When I talk about this, you'll hear me use these concepts. So free. That's kind of your first thing. That is what it really is it doesn't send you broke. It's meaningful, and really the purpose is to build trust and desire and get attention. So that's like your free DVD, your YouTube channel, your blog, your Snapchat, your free ebook. Really the purpose of this is to, get the attention placed to your market, and also to build trust and desire. Because again, the more we build that trust and desire by giving value in advance, the more willing they're going to be to pay for the higher price stuff. Then there's a product for prospects. So I call them that. I don't call them tripwires or, some people do, but I call them that because I get in my head that they're still a prospect, and really the product for prospects is, your info products anywhere from $7 all the way to $997. And again, that is to, get your ideas out there, to build trust and desire, to get the contact details. Very important. You can get their full address, you can get their phone number, you get all that stuff when you do a product for prospect. And again, it's to really, design these products to get quick wins for your future clients. These are customers of yours. And again, once they give you money, the relationship changes, and it's going to be a lot easier. If they've given you, even $7, they got a quick win, their trust and desires to the roof, then selling them on your core offer, which again is basically like, hey, did you like all that stuff? Would you like me to actually, to work with me, work with my team as we sort of help you implement it? It's going to be a lot easier of a sale rather than if they hadn't have bought that product. So that's the whole purpose of those product for prospects. And those are really, the info products. Now the core offer. This is your remarkable solution, and it's implementation, not information. So a key concept is we want to give away information and we want to charge for implementation, because if you just look at the way that this whole industry is going, information is now a commodity. I mean, 10 years ago, like 20 years ago, even 30 years ago, like my dad said when he was my age, that he would have to go to the public library to find information. Information was scarce. There wasn't the internet. It was really tough to find information. And that's why back in the day, when you had these experts, when you had consultants, coaches, they were selling these big home study manuals with these big, loads of information. That was what was valuable then. If you look at basic economics, supply and demand, there was a lower supply of information. So again, it was in demand. But now, if you look at the internet, we are swimming in information. There's so much. So now actually the value is like, what do we do with all this information? And that's where the implementation comes in. That's where the remarkable solution comes in. So that's the core offer. And, it's the one-on-one consulting, the one-on-one coaching, the premium online programs where, they get support with it. It's curriculum based, the done for you stuff, the masterminds. Those are you're helping them actually implement. And again, that's anything really over $997, so $1,000. And then of course we have the back end, which is what are the logical next steps. That's the people that are really blown away with your core offer. It's really, what is that logical next step? And you want it to be highly profitable, different, and logical. Those are kind of the key things to keep in mind. So those are 4 different products. You got your core offers, your product for prospects, your free stuff, and your back end. And hopefully you see now how this kind of all works together. A lot of people, they struggle because they're just doing product for prospects and free stuff. They're Snapchat, and then they're selling a low info product. So really, it helps to have all 4 of these. Out of these, I said the least important is the product for prospects, because you can do quite well doing free, giving away lots of free stuff and going straight to a core offer. But if you want to build an empire, you'll definitely see the empire builders out there. Like Grant Cardone and GKIC, they have all of these, and it sort of lines up. So here's sort of an elegant business model. If you want the expert lifestyle model, this is probably what I steer most of my clients towards, which is really, you only need 2 offers for multiple 7 figures. So, you get your level 1, which is your free stuff, your free videos, your webinars, your auto webinars. From there, you're going to drive Facebook traffic to that. And then from there, you've captured the lead. From there, you then will use usually like an online, not an online, but a live sales process, a one-on-one sales call, then sell an 8 to 12 week online program from anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And after that, that's about a 12 week. After that, you upgrade them to the 1 year live mastermind from $25,000 to $50,000. And this right here, if you're selling 10 a month at 5,000, let's just say 10 clients a month, right? That would be, and if you're selling 1 in 4, that's 40 sales calls. If you have, basically one guy can, one salesperson for you, if you hire someone to do that, can support that. So you're looking at $50,000 right there. Then if you, out of those 10 people, if just 20% upgrade to that mastermind, if you've done a good job in the 8 to 12 week online signature program, that's another 50,000, right? So you're looking at $100,000 a month. That's a 7-figure business, just getting 10 clients a month and having 2 upgrade. So your total delivery time for that is 3 hours a week. You got 1 hour, the group Q&A call for the online program, and then, 2 hours for the high level clients. Maybe you're doing a one-on-one here and there, but you could really see for a 7-figure business, there's very little deliverable. And this is what I'm talking about. And if this is curriculum based, and this sort of, you help dial it in with the one-on-ones, and maybe you do some one-on-ones here, maybe add a little bit to that delivery time, but you could really, that is really the Ferrari. You're looking at not a lot of traffic that you need to really get to some pretty impressive income. And again, this is how the people that are, there's a lot of people that I know that are doing this. This is how it's done. This is how my clients do it. So that's it. The expert's lifestyle model. Here's another example of a sort of a elegant business model. This is for the online Fit Pro business. So stable would be level 1. You get your 3-module e-course, which you give away for free, 3-part free video series. The level 2 would be the non-personalized e-course. For $97, they could buy that. That's sort of that product for prospects. And then level 3 would be the 12-week transformation program for $497. That's sort of the core offer, downsell. And then the level 3, which is a 12-week personalized transformation service, where they get, online members area, and they get you could hire a coach, or you could do it yourself, where you basically have a group call and you're also sending them emails to hold them accountable. So the level 3 here is a downsell. So what you'd basically do is you would drive people here to the 3-module, get their details. From here, you'd have them buy this course, right? Usually you'd sell that with a sales page online. That's just, again, a product for prospect. We're recouping the cost of advertising. We're not expecting to make any money here. And then from here, we're going to upsell these people, usually by having them apply here for more personalization from that e-course and make it longer to a 2,000. That's usually going to be done with either a webinar or a sales call. And what's really cool is if you do a sales call, if they can't afford that, you can always drop sell them on the phone, giving them the content, but without, the Q&A and without the, the group things to the 497. So it's really, you're going here first, selling them that, and then trying to sell that. If you can't sell that on the phone, you're dropping down to a $500 course. So that is that. Again, the old Empire model, sort of, this was a business that was doing $200,000, $300,000 a month in the real estate industry, the tax saving industry, and the internet marketing industry. You're looking at level 1, which is the free CD. From there, the upsell was a 197 mini home study course. And then from here, which is another really product for prospect, is a home study plus 5 coaching sessions. So these all, you get your free CD, but these are all product for prospects. The flagship was a 2 to 3 day workshop, which again, at the workshop, they then upsold, an in-office boot camp 2-day where you actually went to the guru's office for $12,500. And then the upsell above that was a 1-day VIP for $20,000. So really, this was all in one funnel right here. And if you couldn't make the 2 to 3 day workshop, the home study was a recording of the workshop. So this was actually a downsell plus 5 coaching sessions. So really what they were doing was they were driving traffic, trying to sell as many free CDs as possible with affiliates, articles, and Google PPC. Again, just sort of using that 577 to sort of break even, get the details. There was no opt-in. And then this was an upsell, which is the mini home study course. That again, just to, maybe make a little bit of profit, but really just to offset the cost of the traffic, remember, traffic costs something. So from here, they would then, they would have all the details, right? They would actually phone up all of the leads that bought the free CD, offer them a free strategy session. On that free strategy session, they would then give them helpful advice. And again, I'm going to show you're going to have training for the how to do the strategy calls, but they would try to sell them. This would be the goal, the $3,000 to $5,000 program. If they couldn't sell that, again, they would drop sell them to the 997. But again, they're going for this core offer here. And then of course, once they're here, they're the purpose of that event is to give, blow them away with great value and ultimately send them up to the $12,500 2-day boot camp. And then of course there's this right here, which if they want the privacy, if they want just the 1 day with the guru, is $20,000. So that is sort of the old Empire model. This was a client of mine in the IM model. Again, basically the model was getting leads with a $7 info product through JVZoo. A $47 upsell, $97 upsell. All this was 100% commission given away to affiliates. Again, all just to get the lead. From there, they were put into a free webinar, which gave great value once they became a customer, and then had them apply for coaching. On that coaching call, we're trying to sell a level 7, the inner circle. If they couldn't buy or couldn't afford that, they would be offered a $3,000, if not gold. And again, these just had more components. Like this was a different call time. They got one-on-one access here. It was and they had a live event they could come to. This was no live event. Plus they got the recordings of this call, but they had a different call time. And this here for the 1,500 was Q&A only. So you could only type your questions in the chat box, and you had to give them before. And these two, this, you got email access to the guru. This was no email access. So just sort of taking things away. But, if someone can only afford 1,500, that's gave them the gold coaching. So that's sort of the old IM model. And that's really it. So I just wanted to give you kind of hopefully this was really helpful to you. When I learned this was a total game changer for me. But you really get to see that, it's how the whole thing works, and how to really set up a business. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to take this, what you're thinking of providing, and turn it into what I call a 10-minute plan, so we can have a lot of clarity and we know exactly how many we need to sell. Just really quickly, if we got a 5K product, if we're looking to make 10K a month, we know we need to sell 2 of those. So it becomes really simple once you have these high-priced products to figure out. Or if we're selling a 997 and you're trying to make $6,000 to quit your job, we got to sell 6 of them. So then everything becomes easier. When you're selling these little products or doing $200 an hour coaching sessions, like hitting these income goals becomes like so overwhelming, and how are you going to even afford, and that doesn't even include affording traffic, right? So hopefully that was extremely valuable to you, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.